Hello, family. It's my weekly talk. I'm excited to be, just so you know where we are, we're in the basement of the Shrine Church. But last week I talked about our finances and our needs, and I sat outside one of our sinkholes currently at the Mars Drive Church. I got a lot of warnings about I shouldn't have been that close to the sinkhole, but I think we were safe and we did okay. And that video got over 450 views today. That's the most views of any video we've posted on our YouTube channel. That's amazing. So I thought this week we would do another video in front of something that cost us a good chunk of change, but we have benefited from greatly, and that is the new heating system in the Shrine Church. So about a year ago, the heating in the Shrine Church, the boiler, the pipes wore and broke, and we had to fix it. So rather than fix it, we were forward thinking and we replaced it. So we removed the boiler system that heated the church and replaced it with this. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's forced hot air radiant heating. It goes through the same ducts as the air conditioning does. And so it uses those vents, in the church to help heat it. It is a beautiful system. It took them forever to remove the old boiler and replace it with this. It was about $100 grand to do all that work, somewhere around there. And so I thought it would be nice for you to see it. Not only see the new part of the Shrine Church, but we are standing in front of the pillar that supports the high altar in the main church. And this pillar is also the grave of 5 Jesuit priests who were pastor and served here at the very beginnings of the church in the 1800s. And so it's kind of a historic spot in the church, as well as the newest part of the church, which is this heating and duct system that we installed not too long ago, and we have benefited from greatly. We benefited greatly from the pastor who installed the air conditioning in this building, because it was those vents we were able to use to be a part of this system. To be honest, probably saved us a little money that we didn't have to install more vents to handle this new system. And so if you remember who that pastor was, it was Bishop Walter Scheid. He was a wonderful man and served the church and continues to serve the church in Pittsburgh. So I'm very thankful he was able to do that. I say that all the time. No matter what Bishop Walter Scheid did at this parish, the best thing he did was install air conditioning in the Shrine Church. At least Father Bender thinks that way, because you know how much I sweat. So I want to talk a little bit about why we do these things and why they're so important, right? It's so important for our facilities to be well maintained and well kept and forward thinking in how we take care of them and how we repair or replace what's going on there. Because, and I keep this little frame by my desk, and it talks about the 7 factors, right? It really talks about the 7 factors of a good church event. But I kind of bring that back and say, look, it's the 7 factors of all the things we do at our church and our parish. And it needs to be visually appealing, right? We need to be attracted, not just in our appearance, but in that we're welcoming with heating and cooling and things like that. And our people, right, need to be visually appealing, something that draws them in. There's excellence in what they do, and they need to see that excellence in everything we do, not just how we act and treat each other. We need to be most excellent, but in our facilities and grounds and how excellently we take care of them. And we need to celebrate, right? We need to celebrate that we're able to continue on in these facilities and that these facilities will be here for years and years and decades to come. But we also need to celebrate, you can adapt that word. We need to celebrate our parishioners. We need to celebrate our worship, right, as a celebration. Our time with Jesus is a celebration. We need to show that we're a dynamic community. I love that one. It shows that we have the ability to be whatever we need to be for the community around us, the neighborhood around us. We need to be dynamic and be able to reach all the people of the Carlisle area. There needs to be some personal benefit in it, right? Something that I can take away that strengthens me and gives me hope for the future. And hopefully by repairing and maintaining the facilities, you see a little bit of that. Number 6 is a pretty simple one. Things need to be fun. Yes, they do. They do need to be fun, and they can't be fun if we're sitting in a pew sweating like beads, or we're sitting in a pew covered in a blanket. We need to have fun. And then finally, and I think one of the most vital ones is integrity, right? We need to stand firm in what we believe and what we do, and we can't do that if we're standing on loose physical foundation, right? And so we need to keep our facilities, right, strengthened and strong so that we as a community can be strong and have integrity in what we do and how we do things. And so it's very important that we maintain our facilities so that they're here for decades to come. But the bottom line, people, is we can't do it without this. We need a little bit of this. And we need it to increase not just in one-time gifts, but in our regular giving on Sundays. We need to see an increase in giving. You know, if you're not tithing, consider tithing, right? If you are tithing, consider if you can give a little more. If you're not giving, you know, a percentage of your income, that's what tithing is. Think about that and how you do that. If you're treating church just like another monthly bill, then you need to think about it more in these terms, these 7 things, and how your money is going to help benefit these 7 things, benefit our parish and our facilities. And so if you're giving, if you could increase a little. If you're not giving, please consider giving. And somehow we need to be a community that kind of grows, right, and strives. And we can't do that without a little bit of this, to be honest. So we want to be here for decades to come. And to do that isn't just about being a vibrant community, which we are. We're an incredibly vibrant community, but it's about having vibrant facilities that last those decades. And so we need your help to increase our giving so that we can keep these buildings maintained. We have so many things we did and so many things coming up that we need to do just to maintain and repair the facilities we have. One of the biggest of those is the Lobby Plus project, which is hopefully going to launch this fall. And so we'll talk about that in a separate video. But again, I ask my family, please consider how you're giving financially to the church and how much it means to me and to the Lord and to our community to do so. And thank you very much. Have a great week. God bless. Love you all.